guys, it's TNR Bakes. I'm Noelle.
And I'm Sammy. We are making a pumpkin pie! We're no slackers, so we're making a crust from scratch. Dig around in your fridge and grab 2 sticks of cold, unsalted butter. If you use anything other than cold butter, you'll end up with a glue and you'll hate yourself. You're gonna cut those babies into chunks, not too big, not too small, Goldilocks style. Now pay attention or you'll ruin it, but first, the dry ingredients. All you need is flour, sugar, and salt. Dump about 1 pound and 5 ounces of flour, a teaspoon of your run-of-the-mill sugar, and a heaping teaspoon of salt into a food processor. You want more salt than sugar in the crust to offset the sweetness of the filling. Now for the butter. Take a couple handfuls and evenly distribute them into the dry ingredients. Or dump them in all at once. It doesn't really matter. Seal that lid, girl. Seal it good. Time to mix this thing. You're looking for pea-sized bits of butter. Big butter chunks are a no-go. They'll melt into a big greasy pile and ruin Thanksgiving. Pour your 2 ounces of buttermilk into the volcano hole in the top of your food processor, slowly, unless you want buttermilk in your eyeballs. Maybe you do, but that's not my style. Ah yes, you feel that? Of course you don't, but I do. It feels nice, but it's a bit too dry. Need some more buttermilk. Okay, here we go. You see? It's sort of sandy, still cold from the butter, and nice and squishy. Kinda reminds me of moon sand, but non-toxic and way more delicious. You'll know it's ready if you can roll a little bit into a ball without it falling apart or sticking to your hands. Now it's time to buckle down and get this pile of fat and flour into a cohesive dough baby. Find a flat surface and flex on everybody by throwing around flour like you know what you're doing. Turn over your handiwork, roll up your sleeves, and get to kneading. Oh yeah, and take that spinny knife out first. Kneading dough is a great way to relieve stress. Pretend you're squeezing the life out of your problems, smush it into submission, leave it all on the floured surface. Okay, now it's looking more like a dough ball. Knead, keep kneading, that's probably good. Squish your dough baby into a disc like so. Doesn't have to be perfect, but keeping it even will make your life easier when it's time to roll. Now grab some plastic wrap and swaddle your dough baby like a good mother. It's okay if you struggle with it. We all do. It's what binds humanity. Throw your child into its cold, dark dungeon for a nap. An hour should suffice, but you could make it a few days ahead.
So, we're gonna take your little flour baby that has been resting in the fridge for approximately an hour, and we're going to unwrap it. Like that.
So we're gonna dust the space once again. Let's roll. So I know you don't have a rolling pin, and I don't either. Use an empty bottle of wine instead. I suggest 19 crimes. Flour on top, flour everywhere. Commence rolling. This is gonna take some time, and almost every ounce of effort you have in your body. Lucky for you, you can skip arm day this week. You're working towards about a 1/4 inch thick disc of dough. Make sure it's even or you'll have burnt bits and gummy bits. Once you're down with the thickness, take your bottle of 19 crimes and lay it down on the far right third of your dough. We're gonna do this nifty little thing where we roll it halfway, grab that pie plate that you've had ready, and blanket it over top. Clearly, we have too much pie dough, but that's okay because we're going to lift and snip. So we're gonna do that thing that your grandma does with pies. It's called crimping. You basically press the edge of the dough into a U shape with your fingers, and then it ends up looking like this. And next comes the easy and delicious part, the filling. Take a pound of pumpkin and flop it into a decent sized bowl. 2 eggs. If you get a shell in there, just fish it out. Don't keep it in, whatever you do. And now we whisk. 6 ounces of granulated sugar. Whisk again. 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice and about a teaspoon of salt. And you guessed it, more whisking. Crack open a cold one of evaporated milk, about 12 ounces, and get her going. Take your liquid masterpiece and pour it into the unbaked pie shell. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Once it's up to temp, gently coax your pie baby into the burning hot oven to meet its maker. When it's time to get the pie out of the oven, please use oven mitts for your own health and safety. Now you have a beautiful pie that says, "I'm not failing classes. Look, I made this pie." Could a person who fails classes make a pie like this? If you're extra like me, you can throw some heavy whipping cream and powdered sugar into a mixer and whip it good. If you're just a normal person, Ready Whip works fine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a bomb-ass pumpkin pie.